Welcome back to the show. Let's talk with Urvashi. This episode is continuation from last episode of Dr. Ashish Nagar. Let's explore today as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So then why it is going into stress?
My question at this point
Yeah,
is this stress is self-created or it is we're catching it from the outside world?
exactly. Now you literally turned what I said you re-question it and you have turned my pointer now to the right place. As I started this talk, I said you in my introduction that
Yeah.
I was a physiotherapist, and my question was two people working in the same environment, in the
Huh.
same place, with the same responsibilities, with the same job profile. One is into depression,
Hmm.
other one is absolutely fine and living the life fully.
Yes.
Can I ask you what would have made the difference?
Um, the person who is in the stress, maybe it has some internal things going on and which is
Let me
impacting
simplify
outside.
it for you. Let me
Yeah.
simplify it for you. One person who is happy in his job is looking the job as a source for many positives in the life.
Mhm.
He's just taking it positively. He's not working that, oh, I have to do this also today. He's not working in with that mindset. The person who is in depression is working there. Oh shit, I don't have any other job. I need to do this. If I don't do this, I can't support my family. If I
Mhm.
can't support my family, from where I'll survive?
Mhm.
Do you see that there is a change in perception of the same job in these two people?
Yeah.
Always used to trouble me. That brought me in front of you today, and that brought me to neuro linguistic programming. Two twins
Huh.
born to the same parents,
Yes.
brought up in the same environment, eating the
Mm.
same food, taking care, getting the care that is given to both of them is the same.
Mm.
Still, there is lot of difference in their choices, in their behaviors, in their thought processes.
Mhm.
Right? When I tell this, you will also get a question inside you. Yes, this is very true. What makes the difference? If it is not the food, if it is not the environment, if it is not the learning,
Yeah.
where is the difference? So the difference is in how we perceive the situations. So the answer to your question, you asked me, does a person get stressed because of the external things that are going around, or is the person getting stressed from his internal thing that is going in? So the answer, Urvashi, over here is yes, it is definitely the way you are looking at the life.
Mhm.
And I am not alone when I say this.
Yeah.
Go to Deepak Chopra, go to Dr. Joe Dispenza, go to Tony Robbins, go to XYZ motivation speaker, go to XYZ successful person in the world, go to XYZ, go to Warren Buffett even, and you can go to this the Twitter guy also, and they all will tell you one symbol. They all had the same life that we are living.
Mhm.
What made that great, what made them out of the world was their decision
Mhm.
to see at the world as opportunistic
Yeah.
or as depressive. So the only answer to your question is environment doesn't have any effect on you till you give it a chance to have an impact on yourselves.
Mhm.
That is where we are all stuck.
No, that's a brilliant explanation for someone who does not have a clue to understand what is going around. So I would love to definitely ask you now, if a person he has achieved everything. What I mean is achieved means he has achieved a fair amount of materialistic growth and career
Yeah.
and family and everything. But
Yep, yep,
if I have noticed that they have some issues in their life, but
absolutely,
their ego is hurting them not to accept that there is an issue.
absolutely,
And because they are not accepting it, they do not have a chance to resolve those emotional issues. I'm particularly referring to the emotional issues. So
absolutely.
what would you tell them to make them realize that if we do not resolve the emotional issues, what could be the impact, even though they have achieved materialistic stuff and there is no physical disease at this point? What is the impact of
Excellent.
those emotional issues later in the life?
See, as we are looking at the things, as we started talking up, we ended up into one thing, and we reached the conclusion that it is at last how we are looking at the world. It is your perception of the world, of the situation, right?
Mhm.
So we all are, Urushi. One thing is very clear that we all are victims of our knowledge.
That's
Any
so brilliant.
information that you have,
That's so brilliant.
any information that you have, that information, whether it's working for your positive or your negative, that you have to decide.
Mm.
For instance, see, I'll ask you, I'm sorry, I'm not personalizing something, but I'll ask you a general question, Urvashi. Any setbacks you have in your life, can you afford having those setbacks electively? Did you choose to get those pains in your life if you have any pains in your life?
No,
Can you choose to hurt yourself in your life anytime?
no.
So those people who are almost successful in their life, and if they see, it's how you grade success. If I say having all materialistic gain is my good life,
Yeah.
and I'm not taking care. Now there are people. Very simple example is Steve Jobs. He had a great, excellent career. We
Mm.
quote him when we talk about creativity, when we talk about marketing, when we talk about career. We quote Steve Jobs. But do we quote Steve Jobs when we are talking about husband wife relationships?
Yeah, great point. Yeah.
That means there are various quadrants of life. है ना?
Mhm.
And in these quadrants, there are some things which we can correlate, and the problem is of focus. The problem is of missing of that holistic life.
Mm.
And I would explain it very simply. See, understand, you asked me the question you asked me was, what can I say to these people who have achieved materialistically, they have achieved everything in their life, but they, because of their ego, they are not accepting their weak points,
Yeah.
and how it is going to affect them in future if it is not affecting right now. See, it's already affecting. Urushi, remember this. Tony Robbins always says that out of the six basic needs, there are two needs. One need is of significance.
Mm.
Fame gives you significance. When you have a big car, people will notice you. When you drive in a jet, people will notice you. When you have a big house, people will say, wow, you are successful. Materialism gives significance.
Mm.
Love, love gives worthiness. These people are having significance in their life, but they are outweighing significance to worthiness. They are not having love. What they are looking at the world is, I am earning money, I am making my life better, I have provided all the material to my wife and my children. Now
Mm.
it's their job to consume this material and improve their life.
Mm.
I have done what I must have done, what is expected out of me. He is not looking at the human connection.
Yeah.
And we, basically, humans are social animals. We need this connectivity also,
Mm.
that missing piece. And for that missing piece, Urvashi, let me assure you one thing. Life always changes. We know this.
Mm.
Changes are permanent in the life.
Constant.
It
Yeah.
keeps on changing.
Mm.
Stock markets change, dollar prices change, temperature changes daily, climate has a variation daily. Life is constantly changing, right? If you accept the change and if you select, there are two ways you can confront change. Number one is selective. When you know that things are changing, when you know I have achieved everything materialistically in my life, it's your time to turn your face towards the love quadrant and see how my wife is doing, how my kids are doing, how my relatives are doing. He need to connect. Till the time you are not sufficient in materialistic thing, you run behind materialistic thing. But once you are up with materialistic things, you need to reconnect to the people who are significant in your life.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, for some time the life will feel great.
Hmm.
If you listen Tony Robbins always says one thing, that he achieved lot of success in 1 year only. In the first year of his practice, he earned millions of rupees and he just became carefree. He
Mm-hmm.
was not worrying about friends. He was roaming in jets. He was going in hotels. He was just going and enjoying the life because in his childhood he has never seen money. But
Yeah.
suddenly when he got this success, when he got this money, his health started getting. He went on to 156 pounds in his weights. He couldn't move. He couldn't speak. If he used to speak, he used to get this heavy breath. So what happened was, see, you need to understand, Urvashi, that things are changing in life on a regular pace.
Hmm.
Either you selectively turn what is where you are getting some stress from,
Hmm.
or it will be compulsive.
Hmm.
Your life demands changes in the quadrants also.
Yeah.
If you are selective in this quadrant and if you are selective in this change, then life is very good. But when you are now, for example, as you said, he has got everything materialistically. He's having running lot of businesses. He's having lot of money. He's
Hmm.
having a lot of materialistic possessions. But if he is not having anybody to love,
Hmm.
for whom is he collecting all this money for?
So actually there is no purpose, long-term purpose that why I'm doing this, why I am having all of this.
So if he is putting it also materialistically, he need to understand that those people who are attracted towards him because of his materialistic success
Hmm.
will not be there
Hmm.
once this phase is over. Nothing is permanent.
Great. That was so brilliant
Nothing is
explanation to understand.
permanent.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. I I really want you to ask this question since I have experienced and lots of people whom I interact with on a social media or a Quora, or if they end up asking me this question, which is emotional, is people suffer betrayal so deeply. Betrayal could
Absolutely.
be a ex-girlfriend or boyfriend or a spouses or a relatives or any kind of
Even in businesses also.
businesses of why what is the
Yeah.
best way to deal with that betrayal, because people are holding that grudges, they are not ready to forgive, forget, and since they are not ready, the forgiveness course also does not work. So my question to you
Absolutely.
is, how will you tell them that you are not forgiving it or you're not ready to let it go, how it is impacting their physical and emotional health?
See, I have two very, very logical connections to answer your question. Anything that has happened in your life which is not good, let it be you are kicked off from the job, let it be your girlfriend or boyfriend abandoned you, let it be your spouse abandoned you, right? Let it be your parents abandoned you, right? Whatsoever. Well, we can call them, we can group them in emotionally traumatic this thing. So when we are talking about this, Urvashi, it goes into PTSD. So the medical term is post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay.
So this stress can be physical as well as psychological also,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it can be related to some relationship, which is more of psychological. It can be related to something that happened in your life which was not expected.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sudden thing which was not accepted. Many times people even feel used or victimized or exploited also. So
Mm-hmm.
this also comes in the same question that you asked over here, right? Now see, Urvashi, please understand, there are only two things. Forgive and forget is very good. You know, the all the motivational speakers use it as their, you can tell it is one of the rules that they give you. Just forgive and forget. Urushi, let me ask you one simple question. Do you think that a person who is undergone a deep emotional trauma, is
Hmm.
it easy for that person to just forget everything as it is?
No, it's not easy to let it go.
So to make it easy, I'll ask one very simple question, which I ask to all my clients, wherever I take classes, wherever I take my sessions, I ask this one question. And today I'll ask this one question to you. Till the last minute of your life, Urvashi, whatever has happened in your life, is there any way that you can change it?
No, there is no way that I can change it in any way, whatever has happened.
Via this video, I want to ask this question to all those people who are crying that their relations betrayed them, their parents betrayed them, their company betrayed them, their souls betrayed them. There are people, there are spiritual hurt people also. They say that my God also betrayed me. He didn't help me out.
Oh my God, I will ask this question later. What is that?
Whatever you are complaining so strongly and emotionally, Urvashi, please accept one thing very surely. Whatever, even if now sitting right here also, if you are thinking, I would have done this 6 months back, why I'm late? There
Yeah,
are two emotions very strongly attached to this. The first emotion is emotion of guilt, and the second emotion is emotion of regret.
guilt and
These are
regret.
the handbrakes. These
Okay.
are the handbrakes.
Hmm.
Guilt is not doing something that you would have done.
Hmm.
Guilt is not doing something that you would have done. I'll explain it in Hindi also. मुझे नहीं करना चाहिए था लेकिन मैं कर सकता था लेकिन मैंने नहीं किया.
Yeah,
That
nee.
is guilt.
Okay.
Regret is something you have done
Hmm.
which should not be done.
Hmm.
Something you have done which should not be done. ऐसा कुछ जो नहीं करना चाहिए था लेकिन किया.
Yeah.
So your life is this, all these things what you asked me about, these all comes under only these two feelings, the feelings of guilt and regret.
Hmm.
And you know why people are full of guilt and regret, why they cannot let go this trauma? First thing, the first question they need to understand, they need to feed it in their mind, that whatever happened, it happened in the,
Past.
is there any way you can change it? Yes or no?
No.
We are searching for time machines. We have got fictitious time machines. We have got fictitious ways where we can enter the matrix and get somewhere else another time in the matrix.
Indicate.
But there is no factual way as of now that says you that you can go back in the past and improve or change what happened to you. So one thing that needs to be accepted
Hmm.
logically, scientifically, is what happened has happened.
Hmm.
If somebody just accepts this much, that it happened in past,
Hmm.
it happened at certain point of time
Hmm.
in my life.
Hmm.
If you can just go for that acceptance, I don't deny its effect on your life today.
Hmm.
Let me be very clear. I'm not denying
Hmm.
कि उसका अभी कोई आपके ऊपर impact नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. It's not that you are not having any effect of that particular decision today in your life. You might be having it.
Hmm.
But that decision was taken in past. That event took place in the past. Your girlfriend left you in the past. Now, once it has already been happened in the past,
Hmm.
if I am holding it today, it is whose problem?
My problem if I'm holding it.
The girlfriend already left you 12 years back. After that, you get married also. You got a good spouse, caring spouse. You got two kids, and still, when you sit, with a wine glass in the hand, and you just topple two, uh, you know, two cups and two 90s, and then you say, oh my God, I always miss that girl in my life. Oh, boss, she left. before 12 years, and after that you have so many other people in your life who are giving you meaning. So the problem is people are not accepting what has happened in their past. First problem.
Hmm.
If you come to an acceptance, if you just accept that yes, it happened in somewhere in the past, it is over.
Uh-huh.
Now you can only do two things with it. Number one, you can take care that it doesn't happen to you. As simple as that. That means what motivational speakers say, I learned a lesson from my past.
Hmm.
When do you say you learned a lesson? When you don't repeat the same mistake.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you repeat the same thing, it is a mistake. It is a
Hmm.
miss dash take. Mistake.
I forgot to take. I missed to take that.
Right?
Yeah.
So you, if there is a miss, that the take that was gone is not right, you can redo it.
Hmm.
Right? But you have to take care that you don't mistake it again. As simple as it.
Yeah.
So the only thing you can do with what has already happened in the life, you need to accept it cannot be changed. There is no way that it can be changed. Point number one.
Hmm.
Point number two, I learned that I should not repeat it in my
Hmm.
life. Now, no, but Ashish sir, you can't imagine the amount of trauma it has given to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask you one simple question, and this question goes to all those people who are right now resonating with Urvashi and saying, please give us some way out of it. And I'll ask you one simple thing. Urvashi, last week you went to a restaurant
Hmm.
and by mistake you ate the chili sauce,
Hmm.
the chilliest sauce.
Hmm.
Okay. Is it still burning your tongue?
No, it did for a while, but today, like after a week, no.
So let us say that you ate jalapeno sauce, and jalapeno sauce you ate it and you felt something in that.
Yeah.
But today, if you remember that sauce, you can just recall its taste
Yeah.
and you can recall what happened inside you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what you are feeling right now with the event that has happened in past is just a recall of that memory. Am I
Memory.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not right now on your tongue. It's not right now in your mouth also. But if you think, oh, I ate that the chilliest chili in the world. I ate that sauce and it was very hot. It was very spicy. There
Hmm.
is a memory that is there. So all you are dealing right now is a memory.
Hmm.
The next question is it helping you out? If you keep on crying about your whatever happened in your life, is it helping you out anyway?
No. So this is my kind request to all the viewers. If you are looking forward for this kind of conversation with the particular guest, please do comment that what kind of questions or what kind of awareness we should bring it up here, what kind of uh, conversation we should hold that can help every one of us in day-to-day life. What should we focus more on, the relationship issues or mental health or physical health or social issues? Please do let us know, because we have so much to share with all of the world. We have so much to request your opinion, that what kind of awareness we needed, because we all of us are going through the same journey. We have pain, we have misery, we have happiness, we have excitement, we have all the emotions around. What kind of help we need in which area, that we all have to figure it out with each other. So please do let us know, reach me out that could help you and me in every way of life. And it will really help me to invite those kind of guests who can come and help us to flow, to flourish in this life. Let's help each other out to reach that vision and mission which I'm holding, because I am trying to create, my team is trying to create, because we are trying to create the blissful life, that community where every life is blissful, because we are trying to take every life to reach to the next level. So let's join us, let's make it happen today.